All right, I'm happy to introduce our next speaker, who has served in the House of Representatives here in Utah for the last 10 years. He represents the St. George area. My good friend, the Speaker of the House, Dave Clark.
Thank you. It's a real privilege to be with you today. I want to honor the governor. We've had a fallen deputy in Kane County, and the flag's at half-mast today. And I think that's a great tribute for our governor to recognize that deputy and his family. I also want to thank the the Salt Lake City Police for what they've done down here. It's been terrific. And to the one gentleman in the green dark Subaru, I want him to know I think he's number one too, and that salute he gave me. In our country today, just as the winds are blowing here, there is a storm brewing. It's been built up by rising debt, runaway deficits, a level of entitlement spending that is spiraling out of control, and a policy that locks up our land and locks up our resources. The storm has been made worse by a lot of leaders back in D.C. who so far seem to have been unwilling to make those tough decisions that are going to be required. We have a $3.8 trillion budget that's been put forth by President Obama that is not only ugly, it is irresponsible at this time. 41 cents out of every dollar the federal government spending today is borrowed. $5 billion new debt every single day. It took 200 years for this country to reach its first $1 trillion in debt. And today, with unemployment of near 10%, we are now past $13 trillion worth of a staggering amount of deficit spending. On every policy issue that have faced the Obama, the Reid, and the Pelosi administration, there have been a choice between freedom or more government. And on every single issue, they have chose to the path of more government and less freedom. Here in the state of Utah, for example, when they took the 77 wells out in the eastern part of the state, one of the first environmental issues that President Obama took, do you know what that cost the state of Utah? Even if I take a 10-year average of around $44 per barrel, and today it's at $70 a barrel, if I take a 10-year average at that $44 a barrel, that's nearly $70 million taken out of the coffers every single year that the rest of us are going to have to be made up by locking up our resources. That is not the approach that has made America prosper, nor is it the best way to overcome our current challenges. The American people have wanted change, and what Obama, Reid, and Pelosi have given us, they've given us a change of more debts, more taxes, more welfare, more regulation, more government, and more wasteful spending. Those might be Washington, D.C. values, but they are not Utah values. In closing, there's a saying in southern Utah that teaches us, when you're riding a dead horse, the best strategy is to dismount. It's not to change riders. You do not reorganize the herd. You do not form a blue ribbon commission of veterinarians. And you do not go out and buy more food. You find a different horse. And that's what we need to do to take it away from these folks that want to put a gate across the roads in Utah. Thank you.